Hi, everybody. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Today, I have the amazing Andy again to talk about how he became a dadpreneur and why. I have Veena from UK and Andy's from Melbourne, Australia, and I'm Nandini from India. Wishing you a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. So, Andy, what is the difference that you felt as a employee and now as a business owner? What are the major differences?
Okay. Hey everyone. I'm Andrews. I'm a stay-at-home dad. I proudly say that. And also in the previous session, I also introduced a more in detail about what I actually do now. So let me straight answer this question. What is the difference? What's the difference I've seen being as an employee and then as a business owner? Okay. So I want to break down on few things. So let me talk about when I was an employee. Okay. So I'd say like I was always busy. I really had no time for my family. Okay. Because my day used to start as a civil engineer. I used to leave home at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. I used to do the pre-start at the workplace with all the other engineers and laborers and other skilled workers. So I used to run that session. So before that, so I have to be there for sure. So once I do that, work goes on. By the time I finish, it's gonna be 5:30, and by the time I drive home back, it will be too much. Like it's literally 7:30 or 8 o'clock. So just imagine more than half a day I'm already outside. So how much time do I still have for my family? Okay. So and then I always used to struggle with my expenses, and then always had a guilt that I was not able to spend my time with my family. So when my child was born, I was in my workplace, and I literally used to wait for my lunch time so that I call my wife to show my kid, and I see her like on my phone as I like, oh, and then I eat. Okay. And throughout when I work, I'm busy still. My mind is always like, I wanted to spend time with my baby and or spend time with the family. So there was always that guilt. Though I used to make money, there was always that guilt I used to carry the whole day. Okay. The other thing I want to say is it's like the financial satisfaction was because whatever I earn, 45% used to go in my taxes, and that's when I get paid. So it was too much for me, and I used to realize I used to again struggle. And then, so this is about my weekdays, okay, Monday to Friday. Oh no, when it comes to, many people think like, oh, this is Monday to Friday, we all do that. That's fine. Okay. How about what's my weekends are? Weekends, I'll tell you, after having this much of busy time, Saturday mornings and Sunday mornings. So Fridays was relaxing time. That evening, I'll get a bottle of wine or whatever beers, pack of beers. I'll have that. I'll relax myself. Next day morning, I wake up, and Saturday and Sunday is like basically every morning. I sleep on the couch in the living room, and then that's it. That's how I spend my weekends. So it used to be like really busy, and then coming to when I switch from that mode of being an employee to business owner. So because the day I schedule myself, okay, this is how my day is gonna be. So that means I have time for everything what I do. Whether I want to work, I spend when I use my particular hours of time in the business, I use that. If my family needs my time, I give my 100% to them. So because family comes priority for me, then the business. So because business is again important, again I'll do it in my own time. So and then struggling wise, yes, I struggled in the initial days to bring my business to a level. Any business would take, just like any job, to reach that level. It takes years and years. For that, my business initial few months, it took time. I spent more hours, and currently now business is taking care of me. And then no guilt at all, because I took the leap of faith, and it's really working out. I have my own time, and I'm earning good, and also spending the full time with my family, and then I'm always there with them. And also I'm supporting my wife that she is going out and she is working, and I'm taking the all the household work as well. So which is really good. And then as I said, I'm contributing not only financially, the love to my family. And then considering those days I used to wait for that weekend just to sleep, now every day is a weekend for me. So if I want to sleep, I'll sleep. If I want to work, I'll work. If I want to go out, I'll go. But wherever I go, my business is with me. I can work from anywhere. So that's the beauty of, and that's the differences I've seen being an employee and a business owner. So now you decide what is best. So what is best for me also, you can decide after talking all this. Yeah.
Andy, my
Yes.
question is that, like you said, you've been working as an employee and now you are business owner. Do
Yeah.
you miss working as an employee and waiting for that monthly wages?
Okay. Absolutely no. Why I tell? Okay. When I was born, I never knew that I'm gonna study civil engineering and then I would be a senior project engineer. I would be working in a construction industry. That's not I was born for. Okay. Until my eighth standard, I still remember I used someone asked, like a teacher asked me, okay, what do you wanna become when you grow up? Okay. I always used to say I want to become a doctor and especially a heart surgeon. Okay. But after certain level, when I got the maturity, I wanted to become a get into navy, which my mom didn't allow though. So somehow I was good at sketching and all that. So I decided myself like, okay, sketching is something I could do. The civil engineering part is basically that you do all the drawings. That's what I thought and get got here. Okay. So why I tell you is like this is not I was born for. It's choice I made and just to make money. Okay. So I learned, I did my education in that, started working, reached certain levels. It's good. So do you think like after, like if I just said like earlier, my day starts at 6 a.m. and then finishes at 7:30, no time for family and all that. Okay, that's my life. Though I make another $100,000 in a year, probably my pay is like $300,000. Still, I would still be going through all this, no time, and again have guilty and all that. Now consider, this is a question to everyone. Okay, whoever is even watching, question yourself. You're whatever you're proud of about your profession, it's good. Okay, you're doing the justice for your education, and then where you've invested initially for your education, you're doing a justice for that. Now if you win $100 million lottery, okay, would you go to your job again next day? Probably you go one day, but with what peace of mind do you go? That you gonna quit, and also you start thinking about buying your properties, buying your luxury cars, travel. That's what you want, and you'll quit your job and you will not listen to your boss anymore. And the same boss who gives you tasks, and the next day you have 100 million, you won a lottery, and then tells you finish this task by evening, you will not listen. So then that means you're giving value to your uh, to the money, right? It's not about your profession. And why I tell you, because you're not born to be that and then stuck forever in that profession. You are just surviving and to get that paycheck and to take that money, to get to earn money and then pay your home loans or car loans or meet your daily expenses. But once you have money, you don't think about your profession. So same as me, if my business is giving me time freedom, I'm sure, like all the time I have so far, I'm spending time with my family, and then especially taking care of baby morning till evening, and then helping me to start other businesses, and then also giving me a confidence where this business is, it's a legacy that even my wife or my baby can do it in my absence. If something happens to me, they still have a choice, they can run this business. So if I have these kind of things, now again I tell you, why will I regret about waking up early mornings or to being in that survival loop all the time? So
True.
I would say no, no,
True.
because business is taking care of me really good, and I want to be in this, and I want to grow more, and I'm also starting other businesses, and I'm investing more, and all this happened after starting and then being as a business owner, not being an employee. I just used to meet all the expenses. That's it. So definitely, it's a no.
Fabulous. So, Andrews, this is the last question that I want you to
Yeah,
answer.
yeah.
What were the struggles that you faced as a business owner, and what advice would you give other dadpreneurs who are in the same position as you were in but want to
Yeah.
change their lives?
Struggles wise, see, when everyone's purpose or in the situation when they start the business, it's different, right? Like it's totally depends on individual's perspective. So when I started, it's not because I didn't have a job or I wasn't in a good position or I wasn't even earning good. I was having all this. My reason was I was not spending time with my family. So that was my main reason. Okay. So I had everything, and then recruiters were always calling me. And when I quit the job, when I put that I have ended my job, the recruiters used to call me. I used to tell them, like, don't even call me until I return you something or I get back to you. Okay, so that's how it used to be. So coming to the struggle, so when did I had a limited budget. I thought like I'll take couple of months break. So I had bit of savings. So I invested in this business. Um, Not straight away, but I went through. I did all my research. I involved in a lot of other things, but there was no consistency. But when I got into this business, I had bit of money. I invested, and I started it. Okay, so to run this business, I had no hope where it would take me, or how much would I make in the next month. There was no particular bracket. Being an employee, yes, I know that this is my gonna fixed salary, but in this one, it was like a do or die for me. I took that, and I took the leap of faith, and that faith literally, and I worked for that. I put all my efforts, and literally it gave me all the things what I actually wanted. Okay, so uh so consider, think about yourself, someone who is in that situation, who's really, if they are not happy with their jobs, or if they are struggling to give time to the families. See, every dad, they think that they have to work, no matter what, they have to work. If not, there is professional job, they will take up any part-time job, any casual role outside, but they want to bring the money to home to pay the rents, to meet the basic needs of the family. So that's what the men usually think. So they can't quit the job. But it's not that. So there is another way. It's all your choice. You're doing all that. Yes, you need money for all this. That's where you chose from your job. Okay, but what's the point again when you earn and you're not giving all the luxury, I mean, the quality time to your family? There's no point whether you make millions or not. So someone who wants to change, so what they could do is uh, continue doing your job, and then start investing. Think about, in your absence, just, it's a question yourself. uh, if something happens to you, you can't continue your regular job, and then what about your family? Think
Yes.
about that. Okay, so when you think, so that means you are gone as a, say for example, if my wife is there, something happens to me, and definitely being a civil engineer, I have to be physically fit. Okay, because I have to go on site, do all the checkings. So if something happens to me in my life, maybe when I go travel, I fall, on a bike ride or something, I meet with an accident, whatever, something happens to me, I can't do my regular job. And what about my family? Nothing stops there. But if it's my business, if it's if I'm stopping there, I think my family have something to start from where I stopped.
Yeah.
So it's always there. So now you think, uh, anyone who wants to change their life, especially dads, I know you're busy, it's okay, but take that 1 hour or 2 hours time for your family to change that, coming out of that survival mode or what you think. Put some extra efforts, invest in a right way where your family gets benefited. Is If something happens to you, will your company look after your family? Think about it. No. And in what way they could help? So if, being a civil engineer, my wife is a genetic engineer, I think my company will never give any position to my family because to my wife. It's not a government job with that she could take anything. There, we are not in that level where back in those days, whatever, if if a family person is doing in a particular government job, the role, it's carried forward to their younger generation, like the kids, someone, the younger child or elder child would get their position. So it's not that. So we are not in living in that era where that things are happening. So, and especially in private, no chance at all. So I would say, take those small steps while you're already earning money through your job. Do that. Invest that 1 or 2 hours a day, or probably 5 hours in total in a week, for the sake of your family. Do that. And after, especially in this business, there's a lot of mentorship, coaching, and everything. So there are people to guide. Also listen to your personal life. So where, even in your workplace, probably not going to happen. So if you want to do that, yes, there are steps for that. Take that first step, change, and then come out of that loop of survival mode, and then l- take care of your family and build something for your family. So whatever I do, I think about my child Dora. So I'm doing everything for her at this moment. And that's what I'm building, and I'm putting all my efforts for. I'm not working
Fabulous.
for the boss. I'm working for my
Baby.
child's future. Yeah.
Fabulous. So, Beda, would you like to wrap it up?
And now you just continue, Nandini. You finish.
Okay, so that's great, Candy. That's great. And that's the step that Beena and me took as well. Because like Beena's a dementia nurse and she has two children and she wants to spend time with her children as well and go on holiday with her family. And this business has allowed that, hasn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the wonderful thing about this business compared to when you're working as an employee, it allows you that little bit of time freedom, which is what every parent wants for them to be able to be with their child. So, Auntie, thank you so much. Thank you very, very
Yes.
much
Thank you.
for this. You know, it's been wonderful talking to you yesterday and today. And guys, look out for more from our team because we'll definitely entertain you with more and more. Thanks. Bye.
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 Bye. Bye. Bye.